Hi guys, somehow we survived another year of being ER nurses and we are back with another portage in Algonquin Park. Let's go. On this trip, the plan was to launch from Access Point 3, portage across Hambone and Ralph Bice Lake, and camp somewhere along Little Trout Lake. But we all know where we really want to end up. We start off at the Outfitters approximately 40 minutes away from the access point, making sure everything fits inside of the taco. A quick group handshake to boost morale. For some reason, these guys have really strong right-hand grips.
Pause.
Make sure we do a stretch before. Here's Tito Joseph showing you way stews how it's done. Some of you may be wondering what a portage really is. You see, a portage is when a sophisticated group of distinguished individuals partake in a collective effort to row a canoe, carry said canoe on one shoulder, over and over again until a final destination is reached, wherein camping activities are enjoyed away from the hustle and bustle of the digital world infesting our daily lives. Thankfully, we have the very best, the finest, the utmost, ultimate examples of sophistication when it comes to an individual capable of portaging. I present to you, the players. A special shout out to our other two players this year, Gabby and Emily. I don't really have any clips of you guys in here because I wouldn't want to tarnish your reputation being associated with the brutes that we are, but thank you for making this charcuterie board. The fresh vegetables help to balance out the sodium of our dehydrated meals. As always, cracking a cold one with the boys is a must once you get to camp for the very first time. Kanpai! Come with me as I set up my $70 A-Glory tent from Amazon that I've been using for the past 40 years, and so far there are no holes in it. Joseph and Dave use the same one, and I'm sure they've been enjoying pumping their sleeping pads with air. And here's the central area of our campsite. We were able to secure an entire island all to ourselves. Unfortunately, there was not much usable wood on site, so we had to venture out across the water to secure good, dry firewood. Thankfully, Johnny brought his silky big boy, and Dave absolutely went to work on this dead tree. Once we got back, Wesley did what he does best to lifeless, seemingly unbothered objects found on the forest floor.
He bothers them.
He bothers Shakir.
What's that smell? It smells like it's time for meat! Everyone brought their own steak. When I say their own, I mean enough to feed the entire ER waiting room because look at all this meat on my grill.
This is so good.
The sun was setting, so it was time to work on our bear hang. I'm not sure how the rope and pulley were able to hold up all of our dry bags. You were looking at approximately the weight of one big, black bear being hoisted up. It's morning time, and the first order of business is Mekju. I decided to bring a 5-kilogram Heineken keg, and we decided to submerge it approximately 18 meters down in the middle of the lake to cool it down. Once we opened it, unfortunately it was super foamy, probably from the motion of the ocean. Day 2 felt a lot warmer, so we took a quick dip in the lake to wash away all of our transgressions. When we got back to camp, the rain that was forecasted to begin the night before finally came down, so all the Arc'teryx warriors came out of the closet despite being hydrophobic as hell. The rain just kept coming down. We all got tornado warnings on our phones, but the most we got on site were thunderclaps, 3 big booms, and lightning in the distance. We all huddled together under Tarp City, which we collectively built. Nothing beats a shin ramen when it's pouring outside. The rain began to slow down after sunset, and since we kept our firewood dry under a tarp, we were able to keep the flame going. It's time for another bear hang, but our rope said absolutely not. The journey back was really pleasant. It was only a 10-kilometer trip out, which is less than half of last year's, so we were able to enjoy the sun, the views, the water, and the Reaper. Of course, after the trip, we had to reward ourselves with the best fish and chips in Huntsville.
There's always room for dessert.
Yo, who said that? Who said that? Anyways, a summer day is incomplete without some cold ice cream. They were cash only, but thankfully Daddy Joseph had some bills on deck. I got black raspberry thunder because they didn't have blueberry, but it was still delicious and 100% would recommend. And that brings this year's portage trip to an end. It honestly felt too easy, so God had to nerve us with a last-minute thunderstorm. See you next year and thanks for watching. Peace!